rocking with the oldies at the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn. This is quite a place. If you've been there to see it, here's a second look. If not, here's your introduction. It's a must-see museum. They not only have Ford products, but others as well. This is a 1904 Packard touring car. Now the presidential vehicles. Teddy Roosevelt's carriage. No bulletproofing in this baby. Dwight Eisenhower's 1950 Lincoln Parade car. The famous JFK car in which he was assassinated.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
And Ronald Reagan's famous armored limousine.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Here's a 1950 Studebaker bullet nose. Here's a note. Keep your fingers close to the pause button to read information about some of these cars as it comes on screen. Our friend Larry is restoring a rare 1948 Lincoln Zephyr convertible. This is a 41 Lincoln Continental convertible, a 57 Dodge Sportsman. See the advanced dual headlights for 57. Most dual headlights came along in 58. A 1906 Thomas Flyer touring car. Back in the mid-60s, Toyota made its first appearance in North America. This is a 66 Corona. Back then, everything Japanese was considered inferior. How times have changed. In the 30s, everything was about style, sweeping lines and graceful curves. This even applied to such things as gasoline tanker trucks. Speaking of style, how about this 1931 Bugatti Royale? Get ready to hit that pause button for more information. Here's a Rambler Knickerbocker limousine. It's 7 feet 7 inches in height. No need to stoop to get into this car, just walk right in. Here's another highboy, a 1908 Stevens Duryea. A 1937 Cord convertible. This strange-looking vehicle may look like a wagon, but it's actually a 1900 electric delivery truck, a little like a Tepperman's van of today. The 48 Tucker had a lot of advanced features like 6 tailpipes and a center headlight that turned with the steering wheel. This model was known as the Tucker Torpedo.
I stroke it every chance I get, it's my go.
Preston Tucker was obsessed with automobiles, learning to drive at the age of 11. He bought and sold newer cars at the age of 16. He not only produced cars, but also military combat vehicles and a prototype fighter plane. Google Preston Tucker Wikipedia for more information. He was quite an entrepreneur. Yes, Virginia, there really was an Oscar Mayer. This hot dog on wheels created by Oscar's nephew Carl has been roaming the back roads of the U.S. since 1936. There are about 6 of these still on the road today. Henry Ford was a man who believed in simplicity, creating the Tin Lizzie with interchangeable parts, an affordable price tag, and ease of repair. As you know, it came in any color you want as long as it was black. 16.5 million of Henry's Model T Marvels were sold up to 1928. But the times, they were a-changin', and styling was becoming more important. That's where son Edsel comes into the picture. Henry was the practicalist, if that's a word, and Edsel the stylist. The father and son didn't often see eye to eye, but in the end, Edsel won out with the new Model A in 1928. The Goldenrod was a firecracker lightning bolt speedster on wheels, tearing up the Bonneville salt flats at record speeds. Here's the remarkable story on the sleek Goldenrod. The Henry Ford Museum bought the Speedster in 2002. It's been on display since 2006. This 1891 Stagecoach wasn't exactly a speedster, but it was the Greyhound of the age, helping to open up the country and bring new settlers to the Golden West. It still retains its original paint. And this 8,000 horsepower behemoth was built in 1941 and served until 1956. It's the most powerful steam engine ever built, but it was no match for the new electric diesels that came out in the mid-1950s. Of the 60 produced, only 2 of these Alleghenies remain. This one sits next to an earlier steam engine used in the 1800s. Way back then and into the 1940s, practically every farm had a windmill to draw water and create power. But steam power has been with us since the 1700s. Remember Watt and his kettle? Here are a few examples of early steam generators. Steam boilers were used for many things, including powering machines, drawing water, and creating electricity for homes, business, and industry. Living history is all on display at the Henry Ford Museum. See examples like Explorer William Byrd's Ford tri-motor plane, Henry's lightweight 1926 flivver. That's right, they called it a flivver, a little like the Surrey with the fringe on top. Henry wanted a plane so small it would fit into his office, and he got it. And what about lumber baron Bill Boeing, already a rich man? He got into the aircraft industry moving mail. There's no end to the things you can learn at the Henry Ford Museum. It's a place for looking into our past and discovering how engineering and lifestyle has evolved over the centuries. If you haven't seen this place, it's well worth a look-see. I hope this video has piqued your curiosity. Thank you for viewing, and as always, we'll see you at the car shows and cruise nights.